Good?
Yep.
Cool. Oh, shit. Here. Let me give myself a little contrast here. I'm ordering some shirts in other colors than black. Ow, my arm.
Good luck. I've tried that, and then I end up with black shirts and go, God damn it! I thought I
know,
ordered
right?
different.
I hate other colored shirts. I do. I don't know why. It's just who I am. It's like in my core, man.
That emo kid in you?
No, I wasn't emo. I was punk. What are you talking about? No, just black is slimming. I've always, been on the extra side of things. Fat, not fat, chubby, but and that and just it goes with everything, so you don't have to think about it. Mm-hmm. You just reach in, grab a shirt. You only buy shirts you like. If they're all black, it doesn't matter what shoes or pants you're gonna put with it. You just grab a shirt,
Right.
And yeah, I gotta like that. Anyways, welcome to the Daily COG genre, everyone. This is the show where we get to talk about everything in entertainment news. And yeah, it's brought to you by the wonderful people over at Grow Generation, where the pros go to grow. And damn, man, my daily can of Dr. Pepper blew its lid.
Really?
Like, it's like popped out. I can't see there you go. Can you kind of see the angle how it's popped off? Yeah, that kind of sucks. I'm not gonna open that. All right, gotta go to the reserve. I showed my wife Teen Wolf for the first time in like ever for her, and first time I had seen it in a couple years, maybe 2 or 3 years. Because I think I'd watched it at recruiting school. Anyways, she never understood like why or how shotgunning works, and I was like, that's because often in movies they're not doing it right. You gotta actually puncture and pull the tab, and I had to explain to her it's like when you're pouring stock. If you don't make your own stock and you're pouring it out of the carton, you gotta not just open the top, but use a knife and poke a hole in the damn thing. Otherwise, air gets. So anyways, she didn't quite understand it. And then in Teen Wolf, he does the thing where he's in wolf mode and bites the can. Tell me you've seen that movie.
No.
Oh my, Michael J. Fox, 1980s teen movie, Teen Wolf.
You know what? I take it back. I have seen it, but it was a long time ago.
That's a classic, man. That's when it's on Amazon or Hulu for free, or well, included. I mean, because I considered watching it the other night, and I think it was one of those two. Anyways, it is available on a streaming service right now, so yeah, you should check that out. Anyways, I know you are definitely wanting to talk about something big, something we kind of talked about in our super top secret hush hush LRM business meeting. DC Fandome, man, you're wearing the hat. You got all your DC stuff up today. You got a shirt. Ooh, why don't you go ahead and tell us a bit about it, dude?
So DC Fandome was DC's response last year to the pandemic. Instead of going to Comic-Con or things like that, they decided to push back and do their own event, kind of like everybody does. So this, if you remember last year, it was between 2 days in August and October. This year, they're just having one day. Excuse me, 1 second.
Hey, while he's doing that, I'm going to say, hey, I forgot to say to be sure to like, share, subscribe, check out all the wonderful things on our YouTube channel and our podcast network. Do that. Thank you.
Sorry, you live in the country, man. You have all these goddamn animals that get up early in the morning. They just won't shut up. I mean, it's like all of them.
I loved being woken up at 8 years old in Madeira. Not that you're in Madeira, but where my grandparents live. Oh, I can never remember who's in Madeira or Modesto. My grandparents lived in both, and I don't remember which house is where, but I can remember it being Madeira with the damn roosters, like two houses down. And it was like my first time, like I can remember being like woken up by, because my dad's army. We don't have roosters at Fort, Lewis, which is in Tacoma, Washington, Fort Campbell and Clarksville, Tennessee. Like, no, no. So it was weird.
Anywho, people are like, I want to hear about fandom, not about
I know,
your damn
right?
chicken
Fucking
problem.
roosters, get on with it.
So this year it's going to be on October 16th. And it's going to be an all-day event. It's going to be a live event. And the cool thing, it's going to be streaming not only on their site, but this year they're actually going to expand it. You're going to be able to watch it on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter.
Oh, wow.
So it's quite the larger presence. And I mean, geez, if you know, because Comic-Con at home came and went, CinemaCon came and went, and I know that they got to see a little bit of footage, but not nothing crazy. And you would think that, oh well, they have nothing coming up because they haven't talked or released anything. Well, you'd be wrong, because they're holding it all for DC Fandom for that one-day event. If you ask me, I'm like, I don't know if I like that kind of marketing, because instead of spreading it all out and then just kind of having love throughout a couple of months, you're just gonna view it all in one day. But hey, not mad, because it's gonna be a very exciting, fun day. It's almost like Christmas for DC fans. So from Warner Brothers Pictures, they're going to be showcasing 6 of their titles, which includes the Batman. And with that means we're getting a new trailer for Batman, which is going to be very cool. We're going to get new content.
You predicted too, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, you don't do fandom without Batman. So
well, no, that they would show stuff at CinemaCon and hold it until Fandom. And I was like, I don't know, man. That's kind of weird to do today, but bravo, you got it.
Thank you. Then we're gonna be showing new content from DC League of Superhero Pets. We're gonna get a first look at Black Adam, which I wonder what that means. A sneak peek at The Flash, and behind the scenes look at Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, as well as Shazam and Fury of the Gods. We'll talk about things afterwards. I'm just going to run down this real quick. For Warner Bros. Television, we're going to get a new look at some of the shows that are still continuing on. Some of these shows I don't know how they're still operating, but here we are. Superman and Lois actually has been really good. The Flash, always almost the fastest man alive. Batwoman, which I enjoyed. So a lot of people didn't, but whatever, to each their own. Netflix's Sweet Tooth. And then also they're going to do a tribute to Supergirl, which I have enjoyed quite a bit. Then also celebration of 100 episodes of DC's Legend of Tomorrow. That is crazy. Ooh. That show is nuts.
100. I never thought that would last as long as it has. Not gonna lie.
They went on it down a path. They decided to stick with it and roll with it, and it's worked out fine. They know what they are, and they don't try to be anything different, which I mean, it works. A first look at their new drama Naomi, which actually I am pretty excited for, and a sneak peek at one of the upcoming episodes of Stargirl, which probably means, if we haven't yet, because I haven't seen this week's episode, I'll get a look at Eclipso finally. But Stargirl is probably the best one that they have out right now. It's just really well done. From one of the games, we're gonna find out how far they're back. Gotham Knights is being pushed, as well as Kill the Justice League, Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. Kind of the same thing we saw last year, but maybe different colors. From DC Publishing, they're going to
they'll announce the new Fortnite tie-in.
Oh, that's actually coming up. They're going to do that during DC Publishing.
God damn.
the Batman Fortnite comic crossover, which you you are joking, and I'm like, yeah, that's actually happening.
Fuck. I'm getting so sick of being right. I'm just gonna, God, man, I can't believe that I'm gonna get $1 million on the lottery next week. That's just awful. Anyways,
yeah, good luck with that one.
Yeah, please. Thank you.
So then they're going to be showcasing Wonder Woman and some of her upcoming books. Which, are you eating bacon on the damn stream? Ladies and gentlemen, this is an act of unprofessionalism to thousand.
talking about DC stuff, man. I'm listening.
They're gonna be talking about their Black Label, which has been edgy, except for when things are too edgy and they have to roll back.
Dong.
Yes. So, also new Black Manta series, a Batman Fear State book, and the return of the Milestone universe. So DC Publishing will have quite a bit. From HBO Max, we're going to get an exclusive look at the upcoming Peacemaker series, and then the limited event series DMZ, as well as some sneak peeks at some of the upcoming shows like another season of Doom Patrol, which is fantastic, and the ever so up and down Titans, which I figured out what's wrong with, but we don't need to talk about right now. From Warner Bros. Animation, they're going to take a look at Aquaman, King of Atlantis, and then a couple of other series, including what's up next for Harley Quinn, which has been so good. And then what's next with the all new upcoming Batman series, Batman the Cape Crusader, as well as a preview for Young Justice Phantoms, which I'm all hyped for. They do warn that there will be spoilers, so if you don't want to be spoiled, don't watch it. Also, from Warner Bros. Home Entertainment, sneak peek at the new Superman movie and the rest of the Justice League in their all new animated film, Injustice. That all hype for, as well as the new heist movie from Catwoman Hunted. Both of them are produced by Warner Bros. Animation. So besides that, they're also going to have their kids fandom zone with the games and all that great stuff, the DC Fandome shop, which is where I got this fabulous shirt. And then also DC Universe Infinite, which used to be where they had all their I can't even look at you right now. We'll be releasing more than 300 comics and graphic novels that you can read for free with registration. So yeah, I mean, this obviously worked out for them very, very well, because last year it generated over 22 million global views across the 220 countries and territories. It was produced in a bunch of different languages, with had over 150 million views. So yeah, it's I guess they seen it worth it to just do it this way, instead of trying to partner up with like a New York Comic-Con, which is up in the air, or Comic-Con in July. They just decided, let's just take all the spotlight for us, which is fine. If our host would have been so kind, we could have gone through the piece that I have there with all the pictures and stuff, and the great.
You didn't send me any like, page. Hey, pin this up. I tell you what. I told
you it was going to be at the site at 6 a.m.
I don't remember you saying that. Come on now, I've slept
you
since.
You also don't remember that you just ate a piece of bacon.
No, I definitely remember that. It was delicious. I will actually put the I can take a little shot of the thing and post and put it right next to us talking about this for you, Manny. And
or you could also find that awesome little trailer that is also on that page that I posted.
They do have that. Ooh. So I can actually, I'll do that. I'll bring the trailer up right now while you talk for a second.
So the first thing that's really weird about this event is, besides Shazam and a couple of the animated stuff, it feels like exactly the same show as last year. Yeah.
Okay, so showing us, the Batman, the Suicide Squad game. The biggest thing about this is, you can, like you said, they loved what they did last year, but they saw what Disney was able to do with just one broadcast, and they're taking that idea, combining it with what they did, and making it a 1 day, full day event.
Well,
it's very interesting.
They did their thing before Disney last year, so hold your horses. Don't start giving Disney.
No, I'm not saying I didn't.
I will fight you.
I'm not saying anyone is stealing anyone's ideas. I'm saying they took what they did over a couple days. They saw how successful Disney was able to do it with just 1 day, and they're like, hey, instead of just doing one small thing, Disney's was what, 4 hours and change. Let's do one big thing. Not stealing. It's optimizing. I'm giving them props, man. Relax. Fuck
No,
you.
sorry, you're the one with the bacon.
You're just jealous.
So yeah, that's the one thing about the movies, man. And you correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm just really skeptical. Is that it feels like we're gonna get a new Batman trailer and just a couple of looks at Black Adam and the Flash, which is probably gonna be our first look at Supergirl, and maybe a Keaton for whatever for. And then, kind of like they did with the Suicide Squad, is kind of the video we're gonna get for Aquaman and for Shazam.
Yes and no. I see what you're saying, and track records and because so much is still up in the air. First look at Black Adam. You think it's what again?
It's just a couple of stills again.
I believe we will get a maybe like a B-roll style teaser where you're gonna see some like scenes, some or sets. Maybe? His foot, something like that with a voiceover. And then, yes, I do think we will get, like you said, some stills of official costume reveal, maybe with the hood still on or something. Not like a full, complete, with his cloak still covering a chunk of it. At least that's kind of how it looked in that one shadowed image he posted. But yeah, they can't not deliver something worthwhile. It's just
right.
What do you consider worthwhile? What is the minimum that you want to see? Or let me ask you this. Let's put it this way, because I know you and I talk about spoilers a lot. If you could avoid spoilers, what's the max you would like to see them do with fandom for the Batman and Black Adam?
Well, we already know we're getting a trailer for the Batman, so.
Well, yeah, sorry. That's kind of Black Adam and I meant Keaton Batman for Flash.
I just want to take a look at what it's gonna look like. Kind of give me.
So stills are good.
Yeah, give me the aesthetic, but give me good actual ones. Production stills. Yeah. Don't give me renderings. Don't give me art.
Concept art.
No, I want. Let me see what this world of Black Adam's gonna look like. So that's really what I want. And then I can see why they're doing the behind the scenes for the Aquaman and Shazam, because there's nothing necessarily quote unquote like new that's going to be, you already know the playgrounds that we're going to be getting into there. So, but we'll get to know a little bit about what they're going to be doing. So yeah, it's really going to be about, I guess, what they decide to bring for those two properties and just how impactful that Batman trailer is going to be. Because remember last year, we were all kind of eyes wide open when he's like pummeling that dude and just like, yep. Oh, all right, this is what we're doing.
And we all when they're asking, who or what are you, whatever, we're all like, oh no, don't say it. And he says vengeance instead of Batman. We're like, okay. I liked it. Yeah, it's this whole thing we've been talking about for a few years, because God, it was like maybe 2016ish, I think, when Marvel started pulling back from doing so much at Comic-Con. They would do things at D23. They would do some things at San Diego. It was still a pretty big deal, but they started pulling back. And then the last few years, D23, their investor day calls and streams and things like that. We've had two, so to speak, things dealing with that. It's interesting. I mentioned, how New York Con, if it does go through in person, they plan on streaming, pretty much all the panels and things like that. Of course, they'll not show certain things that studios are showing specifically for the crowds. But I mentioned how it's all changing, and access to those events, access to the panels information changes a lot. and we kind of saw some of that with the Spider-Man trailer. We'll see. Warner Brothers has their affairs in order, it seems, on a lot of things as far as leaks and stuff go. So we'll see if anyone goes rogue and leaks anything ahead of time. I hope not, because I kind of want to see this all go down, for lack of a better word, as an experiment. I think if they have another massively successful year and this expansion to other platforms, you might see Disney copy them next year for D23 and Star Wars celebration. You might see a case of them broadcasting across, like you said, multiple platforms. I don't know, man. We'll see.
I think that's what that one kind of investor day thing is for now, the Disney Day or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's their kind of their version.
Because last time it was only on, you had to be on their thing to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I wonder if they'll expand out, like you said, DC's doing, where YouTube and Twitch and different things to access stuff.
It seems like it's the way to go. Just a lot of different people watch their content in a lot of different places. So it's not that difficult to to stream it somewhere else. So it's gonna be cool. I think that I love Injustice. I love the video game and the comic book and everything. Tom Taylor did so well on that. He's one of my favorite DC writers right now, currently. So there's just gonna be so much there, and it's always exciting as a DC fan to kind of get it all at all at once. So I'm just looking forward to it.
Sounds good. It's almost as awesome as looking forward to the I fucked it up. Screw it. We're taking a word from our sponsors, guys.
Grow Generation, where the pros go to grow. For all of your cultivation needs, Grow Generation has the right products, service and staff to make your grow successful. Go to www.growgeneration.com, where the pros go to grow.
So yeah, thank you so much. I had a cool segue to go with it. I was like, listen to the words he's saying, and then I bungled it out because I'm trying to write down the time and stuff. And anyways, I want to talk about move on from DC and talk about something video game related. Was there anything else you wanted to mention or hype up?
Nope. Not at the moment.
I'll say this. What is the number one? Well, I already know the answer. It's Keaton. That's the number one image you want to see, right? Or do you not want to see his reveal? Keaton in the suit.
I want to see Supergirl.
You do. You want to see Superman?
Supergirl.
Oh, Supergirl. Okay, like fully full production image.
Oh yeah, I want to see that. I want to see what her costume's gonna look like. How she's gonna look with the short hair.
Yeah, with the weird ab looking things from set stills, which we know can be, and we're going to actually talk about it. Kind of funny that you bring up how things can look different in production versus in post. You know, so we'll see. But what would I like to see most out of there? You know what? I actually will say, because I really enjoyed Shazam. I want to see some Black Adam stuff. So yeah, I want to. That's what I'm most interested in seeing is Black Adam, The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson as Black Adam. I think that's what I'm looking forward to. So yeah, guys, let us know what you're looking forward to down below, and yeah, let's move on. So something kind of video game related, I mentioned, and that is Resident Evil, and the fact that we're getting a couple of projects from Resident Evil, including this movie. Well, welcome to Raccoon City, as well as a TV show that focuses on Albert Wesker and some kids of his, and there's like two timelines, like older and younger. And anyways, this one's supposed to be more true to the game, and it's causing some issues because of the looks. All right. First off, I should say that the issues are being blown out of proportion by drama YouTubers, as far as people that have issues. And yeah, some of the complaints are legit, as you'll see. Some of them, they're personal preference, as far as aesthetics for characters. Very, 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 very few of them are ignorant comments. Most of them are just legit, or based on personal likes and preferences. So here we see Albert and Chris, Jill Valentine, and who is the other one? Richard. That's right. So you got these characters all in the mansion from the first game. This looks pretty decent, Manny. What do you think? That look decent?
Based on
Just
3
this
images
still.
that we got.
Just this one image. If this is all you were looking at, and I said this is based off of Resident Evil 1, that looks decent.
Honestly, it looks like any other set of soldiers.
That's what Resident Evil was. That like
I know, but I'm saying based on just these stills, like I don't have a reaction yet.
Okay, so I look at this and I go, that looks decent. That's what I expect to see in a Resident Evil movie. Mansion, fucking RPD stars team. That got it. Okay, this is the next image. A monster of some sort. Monsters are a big part of Resident Evil. Lickers and the nemesis creatures, tyrants and stuff. There's all sorts of mutants. The giant alligator in 2. But I would have preferred to see a zombie, right?
I mean, you're gonna see so many of them. You need to show something a little different.
It's Resident. Okay, so then show
Resident
a
Evil,
tyrant,
sometimes...
a licker, something. If you're gonna try to say, hey, look, we're doing the game this time. Show me something a little familiar from one of the 2 games that you're portraying, 1 and 2. You know what? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Anyways, go ahead with your take on the creature.
I mean, there's so many different creatures in Resident Evil. Mm-hmm. And I mean, like, just when I think that they can't come up with anything weird, they blow my mind again, and kind of sometimes don't want to see them. But yeah, it's fine. I just want to. That was kind of, but you're right. A zombie would have been better, or a licker. It's out of context, so it's like I'm not sure.
And then the final shot that they gave us, and not just LRM, I mean us, the world, is this one with Leon Kennedy and Chris, or not Chris, Claire Redfield. This is the one that most people have issues with. The majority of them are complaining about the low production value look of these costumes. This is the problem. This is a from post shot. You know what I'm saying? This is like from a video shot. This is not supposed to be like concept. It's supposed to be the same thing here, probably maybe from a trailer or something. It's different than when we got those leaked footage and images of the armor from The Witcher. And everyone was making fun of it. You know, the armor looks like walnut shells, or looks like some other type of nut shells. Haha, wink, wink, wink. Say no more. But then when they actually got through to post, yeah, it was still a little goof, but it looked better, man. I kind of get people's point here, especially Leon's police outfit. His RPD outfit looks like something you get at the party store for Halloween. What do you think?
Like I said, it's 3 stills. I don't have a reaction to it.
Right. You don't want to necessarily say, it's going to be trash, but that is kind of, like I said, this looks decent. And then you see this and you're like, okay, I can kind of see what people are saying. And I only give it a little bit more weight because, again, I'm assuming like this, it's taken from post and not like a in production costume test, lighting test. You know what I'm saying? And that's
most of it's in the dark. Like, I don't understand why you would. It's 3 images from an entire movie.
yeah.
And they're the first ones that we've gotten to take a look at. So, until I see a trailer and you kind of confirm that it looks, Spirit Halloween store or something. It's just I took it more as an introduction to the actors who are playing it and kind of an idea of what they look like in their role and stuff. And so it's too early for me to start, going all wild and whatever. And this looks so horrible because, like you said, then you actually get the actual trailer or what it actually looks like for an hour and a half or 2 hours, whatever it is, and you feel stupid because you had it all wrong. And it's just it's not worth the energy for the moment. For the moment, just kind of enjoy the fact that we're going to get
something that
more Resident Evil.
Yeah,
and kind of more supposedly more
true
more towards a video game. Yeah.
And like I said, I can only kind of tell from this. I'm giving it a chance because, like I said, this looks like Resident Evil. It looks decent. Am I blown away by anything? No, but how is a Resident Evil movie gonna blow me away in any still? Like that's something you have to be blown away with, seeing it in motion and hearing it. This, it's like, I would have preferred something Resident Evil, like bleeding out the walls, Resident Evil type stuff, And this, I can kind of see what people are saying, where his looks like it could look cheap, but again, no context. It's not moving. This is one particular lighting. I get it. Could we be concerned? Yeah, sure. I'm always concerned. It's a Sony project. Of course I'm concerned. But I got hope, man. This screams Resident Evil. This screams Resident Evil. Some drama YouTubers out there are trying to drum up a few people commenting on actors and actresses. I just want to remind everyone, go look at Resident Evil 1 and 2 on the PlayStation. These are fine looking young men and women. They don't look like pixelated blocks to me. So bravo, Sony. I hope it's good, man. I'm excited about that one more than I am the show, because the show looks like it's going to be Resident Evil on CW. It's young model type actors looking like young models playing these characters versus young models that are playing soldiers that look like some soldiers I know, like legit guys. I know some pretty damn handsome SF guys. So it's just kind of different. I'll still check that one out as well. But as far as having seen that they are bringing in the characters and the general looks of them, does that make you a little bit more or less, or does it move the needle as far as your excitement for this project over the other one after seeing those photos?
I had forgotten that they were even doing this project, so it's a little bit more exciting. It's like, oh, cool! I forgot this was happening.
Nice.
So,
I like that.
I was when I got the images from the PR rep yesterday. I was like, what the heck is this? Is this some sort of this is a feature movie? Oh dang! Mm-hmm. And then I was like, oh yeah, that's right. So it was a fun surprise. But like I said, and then I saw the images and I was like, oh okay, it's just Robbie Amell, who I still remember from Arrow and stuff and whatever. So it's and was the not the Meg. He was in some other weird movie.
I don't remember. I don't recall. Well, I am hopeful for it. And even if some of the looks aren't that great, if they can manage to pull off the story well and the acting well, it could still be spot on. It could still be great. I like the way I at least like what they're going for. We'll see what the execution is, because let's also remember, guys, something can look amazing, still suck.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
It could look spot on and still
Tenet.
suck. I just, have you followed any of the stuff on the Cowboy Bebop
No.
pictures? Have you heard that there's issues with it?
Nope.
Have you paid attention to the internet at all? So
if it says anime on it, most of the time I walk away.
They're kind of in this same vein with some people complaining about things. The Cowboy Bebop situation. Basically, what happened? The first stills come out from the show months and months ago. There was, talks about, hey, we're going to change up the female's outfit. A lot of people complained. People involved with the show, I can't remember if it was the actress herself or writers, showrunners, whatever. People involved with the show mentioned, hey, people don't wear that costume in real life. Oh, the costumes will fall apart or fall off in the action, yada yada. And people pointed to cosplayers, and then pointed to legitimately on that second point about clothes falling off, and so they pointed to wrestlers, what they wear. Now, they're not falling apart, they're not falling off. And look, I'll say honestly, the overall look of the character, I think is fine. I'm fine with the changes that they made. She's still showing skin. She's still a very attractive lady, both as the character and not. Could they have been more true? Maybe removing the leggings or the pants that she's wearing for just the skirt? Maybe, but skirts are different to fight in, and usually there's a fighters that use them have the split and the bloomers or shorts or whatever you want to call them underneath, because you do have to have that split for it to work for moving. Yeah, sure, they could have done something like, but then you would probably have people complaining about the shorts and bloomers underneath, which Tifa Lockhart uses in Final Fantasy VII. But
it sounds like a lot of people just want to complain.
It is, but it's so small. That's what I'm saying. But you'll have certain media outlets will take that small group and blow it out of proportion, right? And say this is the complaint, when there are legit costume alterations you could make, and the arguments that Netflix and the people involved with the show made against the costume don't really hold up. However, I'm still interested in seeing it. The actress herself kind of got in trouble for kind of lashing out at fans, kind of repeating some of those same talking points, and now like a lot of her comment sections are locked down, and the people that take those media outlet stories about the small numbers then do videos on those media outlets and bring up all those points again about wrestling outfits and whatnot. It's just like, I get it. I guess because we're not YouTubers, we do this on YouTube, trying to just, spread the LRM love. And basically we all talk about this anyway. Why not record it and try to make some of that sweet ad revenue? Please like, share, and subscribe. But anyways, no, it's kind of fun to, not fun, frustrating, fun in a evil way, sadistic way, to see how the algorithms you and I are always talking about that put us in our bubbles really feed into it so much, and how angry the AI must be at me because I purposefully seek out things that are not my normal, because I want to see, because I don't like drama like that. I don't like, I follow things for work. I'll follow some things because it involves people or projects that I am passionate about, but in general, but what is it about it, man? Like,
I don't know. And it's just so, I guess, but when you're behind the screen, it's so easy to be negative. Because
I guess,
some of these
yeah.
things, because a lot of times some of these things are things that you will not tell a person in front of their face if you have
No actor or actress would likely say the things that they'll say on Twitter to a fan's face, and no fan's gonna say that to that actor's face. Not likely.
Yeah, so I always laugh at it kind of because people are so passionate about how important the girl what was it the one that I think the one that I laughed at the most was the one we talked about early on about Horizon.
Aloy.
Yeah. That one was good. And just I don't know what to tell you, man. Some people just love to stress themselves out for no reason.
Dude, not only that, but it was so funny on both sides, because it was clear as day that her face was different than it was in the first game, and not much else besides her clothes was. Her hair similar, her build similar. Just all of a sudden, there's all this additional weight to the face. There's some drama related to that game, the first game when it was being made. I don't care because it's an amazing game. I've got a poster of Aloy right above my computer here. I got a brand new. It's right there next to the Balloonicorn. It's a Funko Pop of the Thunderjaw, big T-Rex robot from the game. Point being, it was obvious that there was something different. People railed against it, like saying, "Oh, you're making her ugly on purpose." I don't necessarily think this was all something done on purpose. I think there's multiple things going on, from rendering, additional hardware, power, lighting. We're seeing a FMV versus in-game, like relax, right? But at the same time, while you had all the people, you where's all the pretty ladies? And guys, everyone out there's saying real women this and real women that. Guess what? Real women exist across a massive spectrum of sizes, shapes, skin colors, hair colors, eye colors, sex appeal, age, like across. They're every bit as human as everyone else. So, yes, there are, when not drawn with ridiculous proportions, there are women that look like anime characters, people, and there are women that are naturally thin. And anyway, I don't want to get into it. So when you look at the Aloy thing, man, the people that were like, no, I'm going to, what's the word, simp. So I'm going to simp for chubby faces, like Mumps, pro Mumps face, because nothing else grew about her. They didn't give her plus size anything else. So she really looked like she had mumps. That actually irked me, man. The people that started like, do you know what I'm getting at? Like that avenue of approach where it's like, no, let's support. I don't want to say ugly representation, because that's, no, I think beauty's in the eye of the beholder, but you know what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, and I get it. And the thing that really gets me is that a lot of times in these fantasy games that take place in medieval times and in Middle Earth and things like that, if you really think about the build, or maybe even the facial features, the hairstyles and everything of somebody of that time period, they're not necessarily the best looking. and what
it would definitely stink.
That look that you're looking for, that clean, pristine cosplay aesthetic, did not exist back then.
It's all fantasy.
And it's almost like, I was like, okay, so you don't really care about the game per se. You're looking at it for some weird fantasy trip that we'll just leave it there. We don't have to go. We don't have to get into that. But they know what they're looking for, and
others are looking for the same, but just in the opposite direction. They're also looking to force some sort of, in their mind, aesthetically pleasing image onto the screen. And here's what I don't get. It all comes down to that idea of real, right? I have a very, very close friend We went to high school together. Her brother and I are very, very close, and her and I are very close. She wrote me letters when I was in Iraq as a friend. You know, like the only non-family person other than, you know, the girl that would become my wife to write me handwritten letters like that was her, and that's really cool. She is a naturally thin lady. She can't put up. She's tried protein shake. I've seen her eat large pizzas and burn calories doing it. You know, that whole phrase of real women, this and that, dude, it hurts her. Like, so when I see people complain about, even if it's a few, and it is only a few, complain about, say, the actress playing Faye, her boobs aren't big enough for the role. Come on, dudes, really?
Yeah,
come on.
I mean,
I don't even like anime boobies. Like they're too big for me. But still,
they did the same thing as with Gal Gadot, saying that she wasn't a big enough build. They did
now. I'll say muscle wise, I'll agree with that. Boob wise, I didn't care. But Gal's got some killer legs. So, anyways, joke. Not joking. Anyways, yeah. But at the same time as the people making horrible comments about her body, the people that are saying, oh, you know, costumes don't do that. Well, wrestlers do it all the time, and they're real women, right? You know, oh, bodies don't look like that. Well, here's 100 pictures of females that are athletes or models that look like that. Not to mention the average Jane instead of average Joe cosplayer doing it and looking like it. Like, there's got to be a bad balance. I mean, like I said, there are some things in animation that won't work in real life legitimately, but then there are things that you say won't work, and they do and will. It's about balance, man.
Yep, balance. Unfortunately, people don't have that. They just want to complain.
And look,
it's like we're complaining
headlines
about people complaining.
Yeah, right. First world issues, man.
Yeah.
Complaining about others complaining. You're right. And you know what? We should stop complaining about other people complaining and boost some things up, man. We got Song-Chi coming up. I know you've been singing its praises a little bit.
And she's dope, man.
Because you can only say so much for a little bit longer.
Well, I mean, the reviews are up already, but really just it's really an original film.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't necessarily contain that many ties to the MCU that are gonna. It's really setting up an ancient magic from an area that has not been explored yet. Because I mean, yeah, Doctor Strange has magic and everything and all, but it's different. It's treated differently, and it's really themed around family and what are you willing to do for family, and kind of that gray area of how much should you or would you sacrifice for family, and does that cloud your judgment enough to turn you into a bad guy, and it's and also being accepting of who you are and embracing it and building on it to build something better. So it's done really, really well. Dude, if I don't want to talk about it, but all of the hate that I'm just gonna mention it, I'm not gonna go into detail with it. All the hate Aquafina gets, and supposedly for talking a certain way and whatever, I'm like, everybody fucking does it, and it's really depending on where you live and everything, and you do not own a particular style of conversation, and for that many people to be upset about it, it boggles my mind, because Jamie Kennedy did it for years too, and nobody had an issue with it. I could name a list of actors who do it all the time, and nobody bats an eye. So yeah,
mouse a cookie.
Yeah, I know. Just so I think she was great in the film. I love so I also I'm a big fan of Nora from Queens. So
cool.
Shang-Chi, man, you're gonna have fun.
I believe. I'm excited for the martial arts. So we got that coming up. Star Wars Visions is coming up. Look for some cool synergy with the Cantina and Anime-Versal Reviews. Check out the Anime-Versal Reviews on Megalobox on YouTube and our podcast network, the Genreverse Podcast Network, brought to you by LRM Online. And you should be checking out LRMonline.com every day for all of your entertainment news, needs, and opinions. Social media information down below in the descriptions on your screen. If you're watching us on YouTube, wherever you're listening or watching, please do like, share, subscribe. Manny does a bunch of interview stuff also available on the YouTube channel. Manny, anything you want to plug real quick?
I do, actually. Tomorrow is the launch of Doug Days. The short series over at Disney Plus, and that's very, very significant because we lost a great the other day, and I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
Asner.
Thank you, Ed Asner. And he comes back to voice Carl Fredricksen. So this is gonna be real special. It's a really nice. It takes place right after Up, and I mean literally right after Up. So even before Doug has puppies, they kind of you see that he does that in the future. This is actually even before that, and it's just really sweet. It's well done, and I think now it holds so much more weight. In the upcoming days, also, I'm going to have I interviewed production managers, composers, editors, head of development, character designs, animation supervisors for What If. And those are going to be up a little bit later this week. This week's episode, I'm not allowed to talk about it too much. But it is heavy. And you thought last week's was heavy.
There's that word again.
You thought last week's was heavy. Where I don't know if I don't want to spoil it for anyone.
Right.
With the Avengers,
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
But this week it's centered on one moment in one of the beloved characters' lives. And it's pretty heavy. It's pretty personal, and I enjoy the heck out of it. It's tough, man. Each one of these episodes has hit differently,
and that's what I like about it, and what I was hoping for. So yeah, everyone, do check that out. Best way to see the interviews at the website LRMonline.com and the YouTube channel. Thanks, guys. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.